The Chertsey tiles are among the most admired medieval ceramics in England. Their iconic pairing of Richard the Lionheart and Saladin is one of the most often used medieval representations of crusading combat, and can therefore be found broadly across both scholarly publications and the internet, and indeed in more unexpected locations, like the cover for a hit single by Kula Shaker. Nearly all these mold-made tiles were discovered at Chertsey Abbey, but the original molds were likely a royal commission, probably for Henry III and Eleanor of Provence at Westminster Palace. The Chertsey combat tiles, and I'm showing you here fragments from the Guildford Museum and Winchester Cathedral, depict scenes of battle within a complex mosaic program, including a number of previously undeciphered Latin inscriptions. 14 different pictorial roundel designs remain for this series of tiles, of which 4 show combats with lions, including one showing the Old Testament hero Samson, and 7 show other combat themes, including Richard and Saladin's duel, archers, and a man who's just been shot in the head. Most of the tiles were unearthed in the 1850s. In the 1970s, British Museum tile curator Elizabeth Eames used these fragments to physically reconstruct 2 roundels. These are the ones still on view in their medieval gallery, and on view here in our exhibition. Thanks to this physical reconstruction, the Chertsey tiles have been named the high watermark of medieval tile manufacture and one of the finest, if not the finest, inlaid pavements in existence. However, scholarship on the tiles to date has been limited because nearly all the remainder exist only as hundreds of broken pieces stored in museum cabinets in the British Museum, Chertsey Museum, Guildford Museum, Winchester Cathedral, and elsewhere. Due to the fragmented state of the Chertsey roundels, scholars interested in their iconography have until now relied on the carefully made black and white drawings, completed by hand, published in Eames's 1980 catalog. Using these drawings as our reference, we set out to create photographic composites of each design in the combat series. We constructed these from a series of carefully controlled photographs of the fragments at the British Museum and elsewhere that we took in the summer of 2017. I have a very short video for you here showing our setup. Each fragment was photographed, then digitally isolated from its background, and manipulated in Photoshop so that it precisely overlaps other fragments in the composite image. In this endeavor, much of the image manipulation was performed by Martina Umuna, then an undergraduate at Holy Cross, and Janice Desmarais, our digital imaging expert. We've also incorporated a small number of additional fragments not included in the drawings in the photographic composites. You see in this example, we've been able to add the lion's head, and the photographs also suggest that there may only have been 1 chevron on the knight's shield, rather than 2. The photographic composites also provide a good sense of the actual appearance of the tiles, rich and complex, energetic, at times graceful, and comical.